My wife Nancy had cancer 3 times. First, when she was born with a neuroblastoma. They had to do a surgery. They had to do radiation therapy. Way back in the 50s, that was pretty crude at the time. And then in 2003, it came back again, a different form of cancer. It was a uterine cancer. She had surgery and chemotherapy and radiation and all the rest, and she beat cancer for 8 years until she was diagnosed again in 2011, in the spring of 2011. And so having faced cancer in adult life twice, that raises so many questions for a person of faith, and we asked all those questions, and people asked those questions of us. Why doesn't God heal her? We prayed for healing. We asked God to do a miraculous healing in her life. And God didn't choose to do that, either the first or the second time. And so a lot of people were wondering, why would God allow something terrible like this to happen to you? And really, she exemplified through that whole ordeal of cancer, I think, a real true faith in Jesus. And what she learned was that God maybe has a higher purpose for the things that we go through. He didn't heal her in this world. Ultimately, she passed away in February of 2012. And so we know that she's gone on to a greater healing. All things are healed in her heavenly experience now. But what we learned along the way was I could say she learned it and I learned it from her. As she came to this place where she said, you know what, I'm not trusting God for something. I'm not trusting God for a healing or for, fill in the blank. She said, I'm just trusting God, period. I'm trusting in Jesus, period. Whether he does this or whether he does that, the nature of her faith was that it was just God was trustworthy, God was good, no matter what the circumstances were that we went through. And she was able to see some of those greater purposes that God used. To us, it made sense that she would become cancer-free. But in his purpose, it made sense that she touched the lives of different people, doctors, medical people, friends, and family. So we see that there was a greater purpose, even though God didn't choose to heal her in this life.